of course, it's going to end up going up with a lot of these crypto stock or with a lot of these crypto things as well. So, I mean, but is there better plays? Like, look, in this period right here, yes, you're going to be able to get into Cardano and probably make some money, even though this is probably one of the ugliest crypto charts I've seen, especially like right now when you look at Solana and Bitcoin and shoot, even Ethereum. My Cardano has a long way to go up, but somebody said Disney looks weak. Anyways, let's move on. If you look at look, man, if you think the Qs is done going up, you're about to be sadly mistaken. Somebody said the stock market crash has begun. No, not yet. But there will be a huge correction, in my opinion. I'm just a random person on TikTok that you just end up watching. But I do think there's going to be a significant crash. I mean, you look at we can sit in here and talk about data. I'll pull up the credit, consumers and the yields and all that stuff later when it's time. Like right now, it's not. I don't think it's time because I still think we do go up quite a bit. So I don't think it's time. Okay, but I do think a crash is coming. But we'll talk about when it's time. Right now, the main focus is this will continue to go up, and if you're not buying these red days, these red candles that you see, you're gonna end up missing a lot of the upside that we still have left. Okay, now if you want to see where I think we could potentially go, I think the Q still has enough room to 550, like I've been saying. Okay, I think the Qs can get to 550. That leaves a whole lot of room to the upside. Okay, and we're not even sitting here talking about what stocks look the best, but you guys know me. I've been sitting here telling you since the Qs was at 222, since it was way down here, that yes, we will continue to go up. I told you we're going to continue to go up right here, over here, every single dip, even over here, like 3 weeks ago. I was live on TikTok and I was telling you, like, yes, this is still going to go up. And we actually caught some amazing moves inside of the Discord. Like, I think I'm like 13 for 15 or 14 for 16. I don't know, but the hit percentage that has been very accurate, just because we got a dip and all you had to do was buy calls. The same thing could be said right now. Of course, we're getting a little consolidation. Maybe we even do get a little pullback. Maybe to 466, whatever it may be. But what you have to know is this will continue to go up to around 550. Okay, and buying time on your contracts, averaging into good plays, you'll more likely than not be making money in the next 2 to 3 months. Okay. Anyways, that's what I think is happening with the Qs. I'm gonna take some individual stocks. So if you guys want to put in the comments what individual stocks you want to look at, we'll take a peek at a few. I don't plan on keeping you guys up for too long tonight. I really don't. I mean, we know the market's going up. We know some amazing plays. We could sit here and talk about Home Depot. Okay, what's this doing on my chart? What's this doing on my chart, man? If you look at Home Depot's ready to go to $500. Okay, it has a 3 white soldiers on a monthly time frame, which is absolutely crazy. Okay, so if I was looking at anything and if I wanted some easy money, I'd be paying attention to Home Depot. I'd be paying attention to Nike, to Disney, the retail stocks. Okay, I mean, we caught Target earlier because we know it's a retail stock. What's going to happen right now, in my opinion, is that you will see a mass rotation into a lot of the retail stocks. You've seen retail stocks perform fairly bad during this time, or during the entire market pump that we've had. Target topped out November or December 2021 and never made a new all-time high, even while we're rallying right now. But what you have to realize, if you look at this chart on something like Target, okay, and the reason I'm talking about these plays right here is because I know these plays. Look, man, if you're just patient enough, if you just sit here and you're just patient enough, these are the plays that you can easily get into and easily make some money by just entering and just holding on to them and just waiting a couple months, okay? These are the plays I like talking about because it's very doable for a lot of people. Now I know some of you guys got a job, you work, you can't be on the charts all day, but what you can do is go to the bathroom or wait for your lunch break, log into your app, go to the December 170s target calls, and more likely than not, you're gonna end up making money. Close your app after that, and then just wait. Okay, but if you look at Target, this thing is literally curling up on a monthly time frame. Okay, which is disgusting. Curling up on a monthly time frame, and it gave you that gap up for earnings. And what do I usually tell you guys? When a stock gaps up for earnings, it usually continues to go. I mean, you see what's happening with Starbucks. Starbucks gapped up for earnings, gave a little brief pullback, and then continued to go. You can say the same thing it literally looks like Target. Okay? So pay attention to Target. Target should be a very easy play, especially when you're looking at it on a monthly time frame. You can sit in it, you can hold it, inverse head and shoulders. This thing, more likely than not, look, man, minimum 206, but I think this can get to around 300. I'm not gonna lie to you. But minimum, this is getting to 206. Okay. Now it depends on what time frame we're in. If we end up getting a 200 mid-September, this is most likely going to 300. It depends on the time frames. Okay. But retail stocks, I'm telling you right now, holy it's storming bad out here. It sounded like a gunshot. That sounded like a gunshot. That sounded like a gunshot. Okay, but retail stocks. And if you're in the Discord, you don't have to worry. Like, we're in the majority of the ones I'm talking about. Like, we talked about Target. We talked about Home Depot. We have a bunch of time for Target. We have a bunch of time for Home Depot. We have a bunch of time for Nike. We're in these, okay? I just want to give you guys, this is, for those wondering, like, what I put the most money into, I put the most money into these plays that have the most time. I don't sit here and put the most money into something that has, even 2 weeks. That's where the least amount of money goes. The most is these long-term plays like Nike that has a bullish divergence on a monthly time frame, okay? I'm not in Chicago, but I'm in the Midwest, so you probably got the same thing. Dang, Chicago must be storming hard. Nah, I'm in KC. But anyways, those are the few that I'm looking at. Nike, Home Depot, Target. I think those are very simple, very easy. You can sit in there, buy some far out calls, and be perfectly fine, especially with retail literally about to get rotated into heavy. I mean, you can look at this. Home Depot, yes, is a retail stock. It says retail trade. You can literally go to JWN, Nordstrom, which had Nordstrom literally pumped for earnings. I don't know why it's not showing it here, but it's a retail stock. You saw Target pump for earnings. It's a retail stock. You seen Starbucks pump for earnings. It's a retail stock. What's happening right now is you see negative news for consumers. You see negative news for retail stocks. People, consumers not spending as much. That's where you want to start looking at retail stocks to start going up, okay? I don't know why the stocks are late, because the consumer is really strong 2022, 2023, and now 2024 you can look at the data and it shows that it's not such. But for some reason the stocks are taking off right now and they were going down when the retailer was actually strong. It's very interesting, okay? But I'm telling you right now, and we talked about Starbucks, like literally if you look at the last video, like if you go to any of these TikToks, you guys know, if you guys tune into these a lot, like we were literally like, yes, this is a perfect setup on Starbucks. It looks amazing. This is going to end up going back to all-time highs. Okay? Last here, Nike calls went bad. You must have been in a while ago. You must have been in over here or something. But to be honest, I don't remember swinging far out Nike calls. I remember we actually caught it. It was definitely last year, but it was like in October, September. I don't know. But those actually went crazy. So I don't know. But what I'm telling you right now is Nike looks amazing. Okay. Anyway, put in the comments what stocks you guys want to look at. We'll take a peek at them. Somebody wants to look at NVIDIA. We'll look at NVIDIA. All right. We'll look at NVIDIA. And some of you got... Bro. Oh, NVIDIA has earnings tomorrow. I don't want to look at it for too long. It has earnings tomorrow. To be honest, anything could happen for earnings. Me personally, I think NVIDIA continues to go up, okay? Just because I know the bull market isn't over. This is consolidation. You know, nothing we can really tell here until the earnings, okay? But I remember I was telling you guys to buy it down here at $100 on that huge pullback we had, okay? But for NVIDIA, wait for earnings. I mean, there's nothing much you can do. I think it continues to go up, though. For Tesla, I would love to buy this at 204, 203. Again, the same thing happened when it dipped for earnings. It had that earnings dip. I told you to wait for the second dip because that's usually what happens for a stock that gaps down for earnings. It gives that second dip, and then it continues to you know, do what it was doing before, especially in the bull market. But for Tesla, me personally, I would definitely wait for around 203, 204. And that's where I would love to buy some calls at, okay? But you have to realize Tesla's very bullish, okay? Especially if Trump gets elected. Like, not many people know that. Like, Elon and Trump, like, they're very tight. And Tesla has some pull in China, too. Tesla, in my opinion, is a very good stock. But just like any stock, you know, once the recession hits, which I think is going to hit, you know, I don't know, Q1, I don't know. We'll talk about it when it comes. But, you know, Tesla's going to end up going down. But in the meantime, Tesla at 203, if it ever gets to this area right here, that is where you want to buy it. But to be honest, that is a greedy entry, okay? So if you're looking at Tesla and you want to hop into Tesla right now, this is actually a decent entry as well. This is a decent entry as well if you're buying far out contracts, which I always recommend. Like October 240s on Tesla would probably cook very, very hard. Okay? They'll probably cook very, very hard, especially if you end up averaging down at 203, 204. If it ends up getting to 203, 204, that's where you absolutely want to buy. But right here, it's not a bad entry as well. This is a greedy entry. It's not bad right here, okay? So I think Tesla looks very good. And if we're looking at it on a bigger time frame, I mean, all it's doing is retesting some levels in a huge inverse head and shoulders. You guys know I've been talking about this for a while. I think Tesla has a price target to definitely 295. All right, if it gets above 295, it's going to 350. If you know anything about Tesla, the runs on it can get absolutely crazy, kind of like what you saw in July. It went to 200 all the way to 250 in 1 week. So Tesla looks amazing, okay? This isn't something I'd be bearish on. And you should know this. You should know this, man. You should know this. Okay? You should know this. What Tesla's doing right now is actually, like, the only reason Tesla's not at 300 right now is because it had earnings and it gapped down for earnings and then had that second gap. But now it went from 185 all the way to 220, 227 just this month in August. Okay? From August 5th to August 20th, 15 days, it made a $40, $30 move, and now it's getting a little pullback. This is where you want to buy, especially if you miss this move. If you miss this move, this is the move you want to be buying, because what's more likely going to happen is it goes way back up here, okay? Very bullish. Very, very bullish. I mean, even the structure on it. Yeah, even the structure on it. Like, you could look at this. I like it. Anyways, let's move on. Put in the comments what stocks you want to look at. We'll take a peek at them. I don't know what SPY's going to do tomorrow. Somebody said, how do I get your plays? Go to the link in the bio. We actually have a Labor Day sale. Labor Day weekend sale. Okay, you can get 50% off. Crowd, snow. Let's look at PDD. We got people asking about PDD. I think China. Okay, for a lot of these China stocks, PDD. First of all, China literally told you China literally told you that the consumer is weak. Temu, nobody buying from Temu, okay? But Temu was very, very popular. If some of you guys remember, um, when the consumer was actually hot, right? So the reason PDD dropped so much, Temu didn't perform as well, but that's what you should expect. I mean, the consumer is not strong at all. 71% is actually very crazy. But the same thing that I said for Tesla is the same thing that I'm going to tell you for PDD. What's going to end up happening is you get a little relief bounce, and then it comes back down. Okay, it comes back down, and then you get the real rally. So if I was looking for PDD calls, or if I wanted to be bullish on PDD, me personally, I would just be patient right here. That's the main thing that I personally had to realize, is that some stocks you don't even have to touch right now until it gives you what you want. So we know this gap down for earnings. We know there's a mass amount of people that think this is the discount that they need to buy, and that they need to buy 2 weeks out calls because this is going to end up going straight back up. But if you have been watching WOM for a while, and you know how accurate we've been, and you know that what I say usually happens. Look, man, I'm no future. I don't have a crystal ball or anything, but what I say usually happens. I mean, I've been doing this for 8-9 years. I've seen this happen over and over again. 2 bull markets, 2 bear markets. I've been in the trenches. I've been in the trenches. You know that what usually happens when the stock gaps down, it gives you a little consolidation, a little relief rally, and then it continues to go down. And the second dip is what you want to buy. Okay, so if I was looking at PDD, I wait for it. I just be patient right here. I just let it consolidate, get a little relief bounce, maybe scalp it, maybe get some, I don't know, look at it on a daily basis and get some day trades in for it. But the real money would be made on the second dip and then buying some far out calls, because what China I think is going to end up doing, China's been in the bear market for quite some time. It's definitely going to end up getting out of that bear market, especially when you look at the Hang Seng. Okay. You want to pay attention to the Hang Seng if you like PDD, if you like China, and this is bullish. I mean, you can look at the monthly time frame. This is holding up very good. Even bounced from that 16,700 level. Like it's ready for a reversal. Okay, you can look at this and tell it's ready for a reversal. And what China usually does, it doesn't take long for it to get started and go absolutely crazy. So you just get these huge moves to the upside, kind of like what you saw here, or kind of like what you see here or here. Okay, it doesn't take, it just goes in a straight line once it starts going, and I think that's what is going to potentially happen to China. Okay, so that's what I think about PDD. Wait for that second dip, man. And you guys know, like, if you go on the TikTok right now and you see what we were talking about on PDD back when it was down here, yeah, back when it was at $50-$60, and you could go look at what I was telling you what it was going to do in these next months back here. Like, you just scroll on the YouTube. I mean, just scroll on TikTok and look where I was talking about PDD. I told you it was going to get up here a year ago, and it did go up here. All right. Good seeing you too, bro. It's been a minute. Like, some of you guys think I quit. I had a child, and I just don't have much time to be on TikTok all day. I don't have much time to be live all day. But if you're in the Discord, you know I haven't went anywhere. I'm in there every single day, posting every single day, talking about what we talk about every single day. Accurate as ever. Printing money. You know I'll be in there, but I can't be live there all the time. The live time has went towards my child. Although I still like going live. I still like going live with y'all boys. But if you look at Coinbase, I have a month out call for PDD. What do you think? You'll probably make some money in the next week or two. I don't know, but I think a month is too short. I would look to get 3 minimum. But for Coinbase, I think Coinbase is actually gapping down hard after hours. Yeah, it's at 194. This is a dip you're gonna want to buy. Okay, this is a dip you're gonna want to buy. What's happening with Riot? What's happening with these crypto stocks? What's happening with crypto in general is they're faking out the newbies, man. They're trying to get you to believe that crypto's not bullish, that crypto is going to go down. You know, they're tricking out the short-term investors, the short-term traders, the short-term people. The people that have some 2-week out calls on Coinbase because they think crypto is going to go crazy in the next week or two. Those are the people. Okay? But what's really happening is fake outs until you finally break down, you give up, and then they rocket it on you. And it only takes and that rocket ship, man, it only takes them about, you know, maybe a month. I mean, that's what happens to Coinbase all the time. October 27th, this is where we were very bullish on. We've been bullish on Coinbase this entire run. But October 27th is where Coinbase bottomed out. And then all of a sudden you look back, December 26th, in 2 months, it went from $73 to $186. Okay? So what's going to happen right here is they're going to chop you out like they've been doing. This is what we talked about. Every single time you guys tell me to look at Coinbase, I tell you it's going to go to 500, but I tell you right here it's just going to chop and consolidate. That's literally what I've been telling you. You go to the past YouTube videos, you can see it. So what I see is it's going to chop, consolidate, drag you a little lower, consolidate. Just look at what it did. Just look at what it does. This is just how Coinbase moves. It chops, consolidates, huge move. Chops, consolidates, huge move. Okay? Chops, consolidates, huge move. So if I was looking at Coinbase, I would definitely buy some very far out contracts, or I would just buy some stock. Okay? That's in the big picture. In the shorter term, you know, you could see a briefer pullback, you know, down maybe to 188 or, you know, 180. But if it ever gives you a dip, this is where you accumulate. But it ever gives you a dip down here, this is where you might as well sell the house and go full port. I'm just kidding. Not financial buy. I'm just on here for entertainment. The reason I'm saying that, I mean, look. This is the consolidation area, okay? We drew the fibs. This is where you sit here and you just accumulate. You just buy some long. What you got to realize, the big money, the people that actually, you know, have millions and billions, they're probably buying like some $20, $25, $100 calls right here. Some December 2026 to $100 calls right here. You think I'm playing, but I'm actually serious. That's what they're buying. That's what they're buying right here. So they don't care what's happening right here. They're not even looking at it. Okay, so they're in the money. They know this is going to 500. Okay, so I tell you that to tell you, they will manipulate this and consolidate it until you're broken down so much to where you have to sell or your contract expires. Okay, so that's why I always tell you, you want to buy a long time. You want to buy a long time, and that's like, you know it's going up. You know it's going up. That the trend is up. Crypto, we haven't seen a euphoric top yet. I mean, you can look at Coinbase and see that Coinbase did the exact same thing that previous leg that it had. You look right here, Coinbase did the exact same thing right here. Consolidated from January 18th, 2024 all the way up to February 8th. 2 weeks, but you know, not every single time is the same time. This time August 6th, and it's only August 27th, okay? So, you know, just be patient. Just be patient. This is the buying area. No way I'd look to sell right here if I had some far out contracts. Anyways, let's move on. Disney's another one of those retail stocks. Consumer services, retail stocks, same business. Same business. But hold on, if you just go to the Twitter, I talk about Disney a lot on the Twitter. Just go to the Twitter and follow the Twitter, okay? Very active on Twitter as of late. We post some great content on here. literally just go to Wealth on Mars Twitter and you'll be able to see what we talk about on Disney. Okay, Disney's great. I like Disney. Disney's great. I like Disney. Disney's one of those consumer retail stocks. I'm in the court. Oh, okay. If you're in the court, bro, I respect people that respect my time and they take the time to join the Discord. So I'm gonna look at Disney. Disney looks, bro. This is probably one of the best charts that you can get into. Okay, um, for many reasons. For many reasons. One, first of all we got to do is zoom out. I mean, all you got to do is zoom out, and you know, it's at a great buying point. First of all, there is more likely to go up than it is to go down. But also, if you look at the RSI right here, it's hidden bullish diverging on a weekly time frame. Okay, so Disney, in my opinion, it's bottomed out. It's hidden diverging on a weekly time frame. It should make it for a big move, and it swept. I love charts that do this. That do this right here. Drag you down, and then I've seen charts do that so many times. First of all, but there's so many good things to look at this. And right here is just a bounce area. Like, this is COVID level, bounced up huge. There's some good things for Disney. Okay, it's just about being patient for this one. Like, it's a consumer service, it's a retail type of stock. We know those are very bullish. And my price target is to, I think this could easily go to 130, easily 150. Once this gets above 150, really, it could go back to 250, 280s. It could start mooning once it gets above 156, 156, 155. It just all depends on the time frames. And I think Disney actually gets going here very soon. I don't know when the next CPI is. I don't know when the next earnings is. But what's been happening? Did it gap up for earnings? No. But what's been happening is it's November 7th, which is very, very interesting. What's been happening is these retail stocks, they go crazy for earnings. The majority of people end up missing the move and don't even want to mess with it anymore. You've seen that with Starbucks. You saw it with Target. Disney could potentially do something like that. And we have far enough contracts to be able to catch that. Anyways. What is PM? And Disney's one that I would even look to just get shares on. Okay? Now, could it go down further in the recession, or, when stuff actually does drop a whole lot? Sure, but you can't deny Disney at $90, okay? They have so much IP, it's not even funny. They own so much, it's not even funny. So Disney's not going anywhere. And this is a 1968. 1968, man. Anyways, Philip Morris. All right, let's look at Philip Morris. It's about to come into price discovery, man. It's about to come into price discovery. And by that, I mean you can see what happened to Costco today. When a stock breaks all-time highs, they get this, I don't know why, but a lot of people just buy. No, what I think happens is there's maybe people that short it that get squeezed out when the stock goes to all-time highs. You saw it literally happen to Costco today. And I'm actually mad because I didn't see Rags got it, and I'm mad I didn't get into it. But what usually happens is, I'm going to give you the Costco example. Stocks squeeze once they go to all-time highs, okay? Costco, it broke all-time highs at 890. Or no. What the hell? Or at 911, and then it went to 920. But I think this is going to continue to go higher. I don't know why my daily chart showed. Yeah, I don't know what the hell going on with TradingView. But what usually happens, I can show you multiple examples. It's not just Costco. But stocks squeeze once they go to all-time highs, okay? And, if we just look at this isn't anything I'd like to short anyways. I think this has a price target to 160 plus. Okay. There's not much TA I can give you on this, just because, like, bro, I personally wouldn't get into it just because I missed the damn move, and I'm not shorting it. There's no way I'm gonna short this, and I missed the damn move. So I think this goes a bit higher. And if I was looking to get out, I would just get out below 121. Okay, because this literally just goes in a straight line up. All right. But yeah, this thing's gone. I mean, I need help with entries. If you're looking for entries, okay, I'm gonna just give you a little basic stuff. If you're looking for an entry, look for a very bullish stock that's giving you a brief pullback. I mean, Target's one of them. I mean, this is very bullish, and it's giving you a brief little pullback. You don't want to buy on these huge green candles, but stocks that, or even you can use the fibs. Like the fibs are even a good entry point as well. Okay, there's a couple things you can use, man. But if you just want to stop getting bad entries, just stop. Just stop buying green candles, okay? Just don't buy any more green candles. Look for some red candles. Look for some pullbacks on bigger time frames and go from there, okay? Let's look at EMPH. I'm actually glad someone said EMPH. I want to look at EMPH. I do want to look at EMPH. Actually, massive consolidation. But guess what's going to happen with these rate cuts? And guess what? Look at the chart we've been talking about. What did I just say? I love stocks that do this. I love them. So if I was looking at EMPH, does this have earnings? No, earnings is done. Yeah. I mean, this is probably one that's going to end up going crazy with like when CPI or FOMC or whatever it is, because rate cuts are now beginning to take place. Okay, so that's why you see IWM going stupid. Okay, and IWM will continue to go stupid. Okay, IWM is one that's about to get to all-time highs, and what did I just say for stocks that go to all-time highs? They go stupid. Okay, so EMPH should follow. And IWM even retested 212 on a monthly time frame. Is about to close above for the second time in a row after it's been rejecting for months. So that's very bullish as well for something like EMPH. And to be honest, IWM has a price target to around 300, 290 anyway. So yeah, small caps are very bullish, and there's no reason to be bearish on them. You can even look. This is actually crazy. I mean, yeah, this is what you should expect for IWM. Yeah, so small caps are ready to go stupid, okay? Small caps, retail, I mean, EMPH in massive consolidation, but when it breaks out, what do you think's going to happen? I like it. EMPH is actually one that I was looking to get in on Friday. It's actually giving a nice pullback these past couple of days, so I like it, bro. What's up, Sonya? NVIDIA, EEE, another energy. What's your thoughts on NVIDIA? We already looked at NVIDIA. We looked at Tesla. We looked at NVIDIA. I'll be posting like the YouTube video and what we talked about on TikTok. What we talked about on TikTok on the YouTube. So yeah, price target on Tesla was 290, 300. 300, okay? Tesla looks very, very bullish. Now, me personally, I want it at 204, but that's greedy right now, okay? Especially if you're looking to get farther out contracts anyways. Like, if you're looking to get the November 15th, 240 Tesla calls, literally right now is probably the most perfect time. I just said I'm being greedy for 204, 205. And it might never get there. Do you guys do longer term plays, swings? I'm glad you said that, man. That's literally what I like doing the most. A lot of people don't know that. They think I want to trade and sit here at my computer and catch scalps and like nah. Like no. No, I like buying time on higher frame setups and just sitting there being patient, okay? Because what happens to a lot of people is they'll sit here, buy it right here, buy this candle, it goes up a little bit, they didn't sell, and then it goes down, and they only got a week out, and they sell right here, they sell, and then the next couple days, they end up banging their head against the wall, because all of a sudden it makes a massive move to the upside. So I always tell people, look, sure you want to be a day trader, but some of you guys just need a swing trade. But if you look at long-term holds right here, this is my favorite channel in the world. And yes, we get in a long-term play. Like we got in the Nike calls, TNA, we got in the TNA calls. What were these? October 8th. We got these August 5th. Let me see August 5th. No, this is hilarious. Yeah, man. We got these August 5th. That day it had the dip. Like, that was probably one of the easiest buys. I came on live and I told you guys about that. We bought it in the Discord, too. And we got the Octobers. And all of a sudden, they went stupid. But, yeah. Somebody said, what about the Potter box system? I have no idea what that is. This is a time and patience game. That's how God and being a prophet works. Amen. Amen. My favorite, bro. That was my favorite comment of the night. Amen. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know. But I understand why it's actually hard for some people to do that, because, I mean, it takes like you got to kind of already have like a little bit of a bankroll, you know, to start. You got to at least have 1,000, maybe, you know, maybe get it away for less, but you gotta kind of already have a decent bankroll. Versus day trading, like you could hop in with $50, and you know you could turn it to 500 by the end of the day if you trade the right thing on a Friday. So I'm not mad at the people, man. But anyways, we do have a Labor Day sale, 50% off. It's limited time. The link is in the bio for that. I'll probably check out a few more stocks, okay? Mara. Look, my opinion hasn't changed for any. MSTR is actually hilarious because we were talking about this at $200, or back when it was before the split. Look at this. I don't even want to look at it anymore. I gave y'all the game. I gave y'all the game, man. Made a whole TikTok video about this one. I said this is the best investment you can have when this was like $300 before the split. This is going to continue to go up. I have a price target to 300, okay? But for crypto stocks in general, you just want to make sure you're buying enough time on them, okay? That's it. Because if you're paying attention to what I said in the, when we first started live streaming, is they're going to fake you out. They're going to consolidate they're going to get you very bored. They're going to get you impatient. And then that's when it's going to rocket on you when you sell. So just sit in it, be patient, buy some far out contracts. Because we know what Riot and Mara do inside of bull markets, which that's what we're in. Okay, we've seen it happen time and time again. I was lucky enough to catch the one in 2021, and some of the people in WAM actually caught him in 20. I don't even think it was called WAM in 2021, but some of the people were lucky enough to get it in 2021, where we literally got $5 calls for like a year out, and it went to $70, and those contracts were up like 10,000%. It was crazy. I think the same thing's gonna happen to Riot, to Mara, to MSTR again, but bigger price targets. Like Riot, in my opinion, I think it get to 125, 100 plus. Okay, so it's just about being patient with them. I don't even want to. Let's look at Netflix actually. Yeah, Netflix will most likely continue to go. And every single time I look at Netflix, I want to look at Amazon because Amazon's one that is giving an amazing dip right now, and it goes more than 200. But Amazon or Netflix, I mean, it looks good. It looks good, but I don't know. Huge bear diverge. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like. Like if I saw it down here, yeah, or maybe right here, but over here it's kind of consolidating and bear divergent 8 hour. I don't know. Retest. No, I think it goes higher, but when? But when? This definitely goes higher though. Let me actually see something. Man, Netflix could get to $1,000, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Somebody said $1,000. Yeah, $1,000. If you look at what Meta did, these are kind of like the same moves. If you look at what Meta did, these are kind of like the exact same moves, and so you best believe Netflix is gonna do the same thing. And what usually happens when a stock gets to all-time highs, it continues to go. A lot of people think that's when you need to short it, but nah, like that's actually when it continues to go. It actually gets way more. Look at when we were talking about the dollar. Nah, bruh. We'll come back to that. I remember I was talking about the dollar like a while ago. I told you it was going to end up getting to $94, $95. But yeah, these are like the same huge V-shaped recoveries. And then they just continue to go, okay? So where Netflix is on Meta is right here, okay? So Netflix still has a huge move, I think, to 900 plus, 1,000. 900 conservatively, 1,000 like max. If we're talking about shorter time frames, I think a pullback is probably more likely in the short term, but in the next 2-3 months, I think this is way higher. But I don't like looking at short term. Anything's possible tomorrow. Like we can go down $50 on Netflix just for it to be up. Just we can go to we could dip down to 640 on Friday, and then in a month from now, this is at 900. So yeah. But yeah, study. Just look at Meta, see what Meta did, and how Meta reacted, and then go look at Netflix because they're the same. They're literally the same. I want to look at Amazon though. That's actually one that I really do want to look at. Amazon, same damn thing. Amazon, Netflix, these are the stocks in the big FANG that didn't do FANG type stuff. They didn't do what Meta did. They didn't do what Apple did, but they will. It wasn't their turn yet. But what's happening right now, and it's funny how literally this is all coming together. This is literally all coming together. Is that Netflix and Amazon, they're retail stocks. They're retail stocks. And what did I tell you is going to happen with retail stocks? There's going to be a lot of bearish news for retail stocks. But that doesn't mean much because they will go crazy. So Amazon, Netflix, they're retail stocks. These are going to end up going crazy. They're actually the next. To be honest, we're actually probably going to open up some Amazon calls inside of the Discord tomorrow. Like we'll look at them. But I actually want to get look, man. I know this is going up, and it's giving you a nice little pullback these past days. Yeah. 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 Yep. Yeah. Yep. Uh-huh. Yep. 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 Yeah, that looked good. That looks great. That looks great. That looks great. If this gets to 163, that'd be crazy. I don't think it does that, but And yeah, look at the structure on it. Look at the structure. This structure is called something. Like we've seen this structure almost all day. This structure is called something. I don't know what it's called, but it's called something. It's called something. I don't know what it's called, but it's called something. I've seen it so many times. But yeah, it does this nice little thing, dips down a whole lot, and then it makes like a little retracement, and then it blasts off. I've seen it happen so many times. I don't know if it's called a sweep or not, but it's called something. It's called something. But I want to tell you guys about the dollar really quick. The dollar is something that we've been talking about for quite some time. You notice I didn't have to delete anything on here. This is actually something that we've had for a very, very long time. My date ranges are a bit off. They're a bit off. Like I said, April and June would be the super run. It actually ended up being July through August, or June through August. But yeah, you see the dollar literally dumping, and I told you the price target is to $94. The dollar dumping is very, very bullish on stocks, especially small caps. Okay, so what you're seeing right now is the dollar literally about to lose all of its support from right here. It's about to lose all of its support from right here, right? And once you start seeing the dollar lose all of this support, you're going to see the biggest euphoric run that you've ever seen in your entire life. And when that happens, look, when that happens, I'm going to be here like I told you so. I told you the move was going to happen for 2 years now. It's happening. We made a whole lot of money. If you watch these streams, I hope you did as well. Now it's time to switch to not being as bullish, because we got duty crack NFTs coming out, duty crack coin, butt crack token, cigarette butt token. I don't know, man. I'm telling you right now, that's what they're doing. That's what's going to be happening. And they're going to have valuations of $10 million. They're going to have valuations of $10 million, bro. That's how crazy this is going to become. And I think it's going to happen in these next couple months. Wall Street. Let's look at the Wall Street cheat sheet. That's why I like being live for a certain amount of time, because we get to look at a lot of stuff. And when you start looking at stuff, and when you start digging a little deeper and talking out loud and like just flowing, I'm telling you, you find some interesting stuff. That's how we were able to be like, yeah, the market's actually very, very bullish. We were looking at like news articles from like Marco Kovanik, like the OGs know, but I want to look at the Wall Street cheat sheet. I'm trying to find a big picture. Where's the Wall Street cheat sheet? Oh, here we go. Okay. So I would say we're at like belief. We're at like belief, I think. Maybe I'm not 100% certain, but I think like belief is like somewhere where I could be like, yeah, people like believe this rally's crazy. We're not at thrill, and we're definitely not at euphoria, but trust me, it's going to happen quickly. It's going to happen soon. Those two legs, the thrill and euphoria legs, they don't happen slowly. Those legs happen very, very swiftly, very, very quickly. Okay? Because some of you guys know, Thanksgiving, I don't know if you guys remember, like 2020, I think it was 2021, I don't know. But you were telling everyone, like, you got to get into Ass Crack NFT and you got to get into Sig Butt token. And it was going crazy that day. And then by the time they set up their accounts, the next week, the next 2 weeks, Sig Butt token was at 0. Okay, so those euphorium thrill stages, they happen very swiftly, and I think it's going to happen actually soon, because the dollar looks like it's about to break down. And like I said, get to like 94. My boy Canadian's in here. Let's look at the fear and greed index. If you guys don't have any more things you guys want to look at, we're going to look at the fear and greed. Boys, what about me? That's cool. Wait, what? Dig Big? Riot Moon win. I think Riot Moon win is going to be maybe late September, October. Look, it's hard to predict the timing, okay? That's one of the hardest things you could do. You just got to have far out contracts, stock, maybe, or 6-8 8 months out calls right now. Little belief, okay, if you're buying options, but it's hard to predict time frames, okay? Like that's the hardest thing you can do. That's why people always get tops wrong. That's why people always get bottoms wrong. But I can tell you that we do have higher to go because of what I'm seeing. And we also do have maybe some sort of crash later based off what I'm seeing. Timing is hard, but if I was to tell you, I think late September, October, maybe we get a huge crypto run. But we're sitting in neutral, nothing too crazy. Putting calls, a lot more people are getting or it looks like it's kind of swerving up right now. Yeah, we're greed. Nothing too crazy. But anyways, thank you guys all for tuning into this live stream. I had a great time. We looked at some great stuff. This will be posted on YouTube. Appreciate everybody for sitting in here. Hopefully, you guys found something you liked. Hopefully somebody said something that you liked. And let's get this bread. Man. I'll be live again in the next 2 months. No, I'll be live again next week. It's been like a weekly thing. But we do have a Labor Day sale. Make sure you check that out. The link is in the bio. And I'll talk to y'all boys later. I'm out. Peace.